So ADA is on the brink of breaching past the local top at 89.55 cents. And as you guys know, I'm looking for ADA to tap into this region between 92.06 cents to 96.35 cents, given that I'm tracking a 5-wave structure to the upside, where we could potentially be within this third wave. And then we have a wave 4 and 5 that will play out in the days to come, where that fifth wave could potentially reach the $1 mark. And I did mention in my previous video that it was possible that the third wave ended up topping off at 89.55 cents. And then where the wave 4 play out, and we could potentially be within this fifth wave, where that fifth wave would also tap into this region here. But I am leaning more towards this scenario from playing out, given that I am tracking a 5-wave structure within this third wave. And so if I go down to the hourly chart, so yeah, what you can see within this third wave is I'm currently tracking this 5-wave structure, and I'm looking for this fifth wave to tap into this region to then complete the third wave. And it looks like within this fifth wave, what we are forming is a 5-wave structure. And that has to be the case, given that the wave 1 and the wave 3 is also made up of 5 waves. So if I zoom in and draw that in, so it looks like we had a wave 1 that played out, a wave 2, and it looks like we are still within a wave 3. And then we have a wave 4 and a wave 5 to play out in the days to come. And within this third wave, again, it looks like we have a 5-wave structure that's forming, where here is a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and a wave 5. And so this wave 5 would typically retrace towards the 1.226 to 1.618 level of the wave 4. So if I remove that and bring in the Fib tool, so here you can see that the wave 5 would typically retrace towards this region here, which it has done so, sitting between 88.87 cents to 90.53 cents. And it will be interesting to see if we actually breach past the logo top. It seems to be the case, where, yeah, so we ended up reaching 89.6 cents. So we ended up breaching the wave 3. And to check to see if this wave structure is now complete, what I'll do is I'll drop down to the 5-minute chart and see if a 5-wave structure is formed, or if there's still more room to the upside to then complete the third wave. And then shortly after, we could then see the wave 4 and 5 play out. So I'll remove this and drop down to the 5-minute chart. So here it looks like we had a double bottom setup. So if I just check to see where we ended up reaching, so here we reached 84.15 cents. And yeah, we reached 84.15 cents. And here it looks like we had a 5-wave structure that formed also. And here it looks like we had a double top scenario take place too, where we reached 86.33 cents. And here we reached 86.36 cents. And so this was the local top to complete the wave 1. So that was the wave 1, and then we had a wave 2 that played out. And then it looks like we are within a wave 3. And then we could see the wave 4 and 5 to complete the fifth wave. And again, within this third wave, it looks like we have a 5-wave structure, where this is wave 1, a wave 2. And this could potentially be the wave 3. And so what I do is I bring in the Fib tool. Bring that to over here. So here you can see that the 1.618 level sits at 86.48 cents. And we ended up reaching that level where we reached the local top, which is over here at 87.06 cents to complete the wave 3. So if I draw that in, so we had a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and it looks like we are within this fifth wave, where this fifth wave will also be made up of 5 waves, where we have a wave 1, a wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and a wave 5. And then again, within this wave 5, we have a 5-wave structure. So if I draw in this line here and go down to the 1-minute chart instead. So yeah, we have a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And here we have a wave 1, a wave 2. And it's possible that this here is a wave 3, a wave 4, and we could see a final push to the upside to complete that fifth wave. So short term, I'm looking at for ADA to reach this region between 89.72 cents to 89.9 cents. And yeah, shortly after, we'll be looking at for that retracement. And so if I go back to the hourly chart, what you can see is on the stochastic RSI, we are within overbought conditions. And so yeah, at some point, I'm looking at for that retracement to the downside, which could then fall in line with what's playing out within this bigger 5-wave structure where we have a wave 4 play out followed by a wave 5 to complete this 5th wave, which again would then complete the 3rd wave. And if I go in the 4-hour chart, we are on the brink of actually breaching the overbought conditions. And so again, I'm looking at for that bigger retracement to the downside, which would fall in line with what's playing out within this wave 4 in the days to come. And then shortly after, we're looking out for that final push to the upside to then complete the 5th wave, where we could potentially get rejected at $1 and then see that bigger retracement to the downside. So yeah, that's just my update on Cardano ADA. Hopefully you found this useful, and if you did, then feel free to hit the like button, and if you're new, feel free to subscribe. Take it easy, people. Peace.